I die today, I'ma go and get some money. If I die today, I'ma go and get some money. If I die today, if I die today.
Cold flows for a cold mind, see a new world, but I'm so blind. Kick rocks when your time's up, better start digging like a coal mine. Cold heart, seen cold times, it's a bold move, but the sunshine raise up when you...
Good morning, Cardano Army. It's Satoshi Boomin coming at you with another video. Guys, now is the time. Now is the time to buy, in my humble opinion. When everybody doesn't want it, when we're down, when the markets are in bloodbaths, it's now time to buy. I made the most amount of money during the 2020 Great Crash. Okay, a year ago, March 12th to 13th, markets were down 80–90%. And instead of running away and cashing out on my crypto and heading for the hills, I bought more. And that was one of the best decisions I ever made. So I'm not telling you guys what to do. It's not financial advice, but just like I did in my previous Vechain video, we need to swap the way we think about crypto. Okay, right now we're down about 12%. The markets are down more. It'd be real easy to sell. It's just real easy to run away, put your head in the sand, but not me. We're going to continue to stack. We're going to continue to stake, and we're going to continue to chill. There's so much good stuff coming out of Cardano. We're going to take a look at some of that stuff today, and we're going to make it, guys. Remain calm, master your emotions, and we will make it through it. First news story of the day, guys. CardALabs, oh, that's later. CardALabs will launch the first metaverse on Cardano with virtual lands and tokens for sale. We know that, you know, metaverse is the new flavor of the month, so let's take advantage of it. CardALabs protocol has been making waves in crypto community since its inception on the Cardano network. CardALabs protocol is a team of highly specialized developers with trying to grow Cardano. So Cardano Metaverse will support the following below: interoperability. This will allow anyone to build smart contracts and deploy them on our Metaverse chain. Smart contracts will become compatible through the provided support of Solidity, as well as anything that compiles to the EVM bytecode. Scalability. CardALabs Metaverse system will utilize Substrate modular framework for higher scalability, long-term expansion, and continue to connect decentralized applications and virtual life. CardALabs Metaverse will incorporate other aspects of online life, such as shopping, buying of virtual lands, video games, and social media. So they're coming out with a metaverse, guys. We're going to be talking about the Cala token here in a minute. They're still doing the pre-sale. We talked about this a while ago, so hopefully you guys paid attention to that video. Early builders on CardALabs virtual lands are investing in digital pieces of land in the virtual worlds to showcase their work and build dedicated communities around it. CardALabs allocated 2,000 plots of land for sale, as well as CardALabs innovative metaverse, which means in addition to being able to build and landscape your own plot of land in virtual reality, your plot also grants you with other utilities, including governance rights and the ability to commercialize your plot. That's pretty cool. What's more, landowners will be rewarded a share of all the revenue generated from CardALabs marketplace. This forms the part of the CardALabs Pay to Earn initiative, which provides landowners with an interactive role in the ecosystem. Okay, each allocated 2,000 plots of land will be sold to early buyers for 300 ADA for each plot. Okay, now Cala tokens, we're going to be talking about that right now. CardALabs last token sale phase is ongoing, so if you want to participate in this, this is your last chance. Here's how you do it. You go to CardALabs.io/presale. Okay, this is the Cala token. Third phase pre-sale is now active. So minimum buy is 200 ADA. Maximum buy is 20,000 ADA. Okay, so this swaps ADA to Cala tokens. 0.5 ADA is 1 Cala. So for a maximum buy, you'll be getting 40,000 Cala tokens. Okay, guys, here's the pre-sale address. As with all of these pre-sales, please, for the love of God, don't ape in. Do your own due diligence. This is just for your informational purposes only. And I have to say that because I know somewhere down the line, I'm going to talk about a coin that's probably a scam and somebody's going to be mad at me. And I'm like, whoa, just do your own due diligence. So that's the Cala news, guys. Pretty big news out of the ecosystem. All right, guys, that's the CardALabs news, and we're moving on. Real quick, RAVENDEX will be listed on P2P B2B exchange, if you guys care about that. We did a whole breakdown of RAVENDEX Labs a while ago. If you guys are interested in that video, go ahead and search it out. I might put it at the top there for you. But basically, it's a DEX on Cardano, and then their coin is going to be their Raven coin, Rave tokens, if you guys remember that. Is going to be listed on P2B B2B. Again, we did a whole breakdown of it. So decentralized exchange, they got a token, we showed the demo. Actually, this might be new. Cross-chain exchange, swap protocols, and all that good jazz. So what we like to see, more liquidity, and I like to see actual Cardano tokens being listed on other exchanges, which means that it is happening, guys. Smart contracts are here, dApps are coming, DEXs are coming. If you want to sell your ADA before that time, well, be my guest, but I'm not doing it. Can't do it. Can't stop, won't stop. Anyway, moving on, guys. Real quick, promising Cardano DEX joins the race. DOEX Exchange, we talked about this. DOEX Exchange, DOEX. They're going to be holding an IDO on Kick.io Launchpad. So we've talked about Kick.io, we've talked about DOEX. But you can now get some DOEX tokens on Kick.io. And basically, DOEX is a governance token. So you'll be able to cast votes, participate in the governance of the platform. It incentivizes platform members, payment of fees, such as swap fees and slippage fees. You can participate in liquidity protocols and payments that are rewarded to liquidity providers. So pretty basic stuff, pretty simple stuff. Let's take a look at Kick.io real quick. We have not taken a look at this in a while, but it looks like in 1 day, 27 hours, and 27 minutes, you can purchase your DOEX tokens. All right, guys, so this is kick.io/launchpad. If you're interested in it, go ahead and take a look. And then lastly, guys, we have Pi Linningham here. Okay, very interesting individual, very smart individual. And this is the SUNDAESWAP video. I know a lot of you guys have watched it, but I think that it's worth playing again for people that haven't seen it. And then after this video, guys, I want to say I love you guys so much. Take a break if this stuff is stressing you out. Don't let your means be dreams, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow with the Vechain and Cardano updates. I want you guys to have an amazing day. Enjoy your Saturday. Looks to be beautiful outside. Watch some football, watch some UFC. And remember that crypto is just one part of your life, guys. That's it. All right? You got to go out there and have fun, be with people that love you, and continue to chop wood.
SUNDAESWAP. Our team is obviously building our DEX, decentralized exchange. And as part of that, we have kind of found that we have to build a lot of tools, right? We're very early in the Cardano ecosystem. IOG can't be expected to do everything. And so, there are some gaps that we're internally filling. So for example, one of the things that we have built and open sourced, it's on our GitHub, is something called the Toolkit for Cardano. It is basically a one-click AWS deployment for Cardano public or private testnets. That allows you to test your transactions entirely within your own network, and you can reset the network whenever you want. We have some like wallet management stuff. So that's one thing that we've built and open sourced. We have two more things that we would like to open source, since one of the things that I'm talking to IOG about here is what would it take to get that open source. Those two things are a tool called C-Sync. We may rename it to Sunday Sync after discussions today. And that is basically a tool for developers to read and react to state on the blockchain. And the second one is an integration test framework. So often developers will write unit tests that test the kind of microcosm of their contracts. But this integration test framework lets you describe entire scenarios of your protocol, run them locally to make sure that they work against all of the constraints of the real blockchain, and then even submit them to a real blockchain. So for example, this is how we conducted our 1,000 transaction load test on Alonzo Purple that led to our Scooper article. We are trying to build an ecosystem in which we can be profitable, not an ecosystem off which we profit. So if we're doing that with our own protocol, the same is even more so true of these tools that we build. The richer that we can make the Cardano ecosystem, the more opportunity there is for the kinds of software and the kinds of interconnectivity that we want to encourage to thrive, right? And a common phrase that you'll hear internally at SUNDAESWAP is a rising tide raises all boats. And the more protocols there are that we can interact with, the kind of richer the ecosystem and the more Cardano is able to deliver on its mission, but then also, the more profitable that we become as a company. Yeah, so SUNDAESWAP is going really great. About a month ago, we finished the core contracts, and those went into audit with runtime verification. That is a really intense and kind of excruciating process where they pick over the code with a fine-tooth comb as a second set of eyes and an outside perspective to double check our work. They found a number of issues, which are the perfect kind of issues in the sense that they are very critical, so we're glad they found them, and very easy to fix, so we can fix them very quickly. And with an audit, if they're not finding anything, you've got to be a little concerned, right? Like, which rug are they not lifting up? And so we're just waiting for them to kind of finish that audit before we're ready to go live. In the intervening time, we just finished our it's not actually the first on-chain governance event. I believe some stake pool operators chose kind of their board of directors with an on-chain vote. And I think in a previous interview I had said that it was, so I wanted to correct the record on that. But it is definitely one of the biggest and earliest and highly publicized ones. So we had 1.16 billion ADA participate in that vote, which is phenomenal. It's spread over something like 25,000 people who voted. Or at least wallets. And so that was a huge roaring success in our mind. The next step will be our testnet. And so we'll launch a testnet and we'll run that for a few weeks to make sure we feel confident in the protocol, and then mainnet. What we're expecting is kind of that high burst of participant activity. We saw that with the vote. We gave people something to do with their ADA, and they just exploded with excitement over it. And that's part of why we're here talking to IOG, is to kind of ensure that that goes smoothly, let them know and provide feedback on how that has been going and how we anticipate it going, so that if there are any changes that can be made to make that go just a little bit smoother, we can. Conversations have been fantastic. A lot of brilliant minds gathered here in London, and just been super rewarding. We have a lot of perspective on why certain decisions were made and what the likelihood of different solutions are. So that has been super helpful. We've got to show off some of the things that we built, and I think that has been eye-opening and exciting for IOG, and even got to talk about some of the kind of long-term cooperation that we'd like to do with IOG around improving on-chain ledger rules. One of the big themes at IOG is governance, and is exploring what does it mean to have this decentralized notion of governance. We hope that some of the stuff that we're doing provides those kinds of real world experimental data that can feed into that research. And so we're very excited about building that kind of collaboration over the long term.